welcome you all. I am Mrityunjay Sharma on behalf of College Dunia. Welcome you all to the new episode of Thoughtful Leaders, named as Thoughts on Education, an initiative by collegedunia.com. And every time we interview a leader, we just try to bring students one step more closer towards the institute, towards the vision they are looking for. So I have with me a special guest today, Mr. Omkar Bageria, CEO at Vivekanand Global University. How are you, sir? Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Mrityunjay. I'm absolutely fine. And I think all our viewers are also safe and sound.
Ji, sir. I'll just start with your brief introduction, sir. Omkar Bageria is currently holding the position of CEO of Vivekanand Global University. He did his BE in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Vishweshwariya Technological University. After his graduation, he did Master of Business Administration from BITS Pilani in 2010. After MBA, he did PhD from the same college, BITS Pilani, in 2012. And as a research scholar, he has worked on the topic Excellence in Engineering Education in India, an empirical study of state of Rajasthan. He has experience of working with various corporate and educational institutes, including JP Morgan Chase and IDBI Bank Limited in last 6 years. He is currently looking after quality aspects of these institutes and innovating new practices and leveraging technology for improving the overall academic quality of the institutes. Published over 5 international journals and attended several national conferences. From 2013 onwards, he's the trustee of Bagheria Education Trust, Jaipur, and CF and AO of Vivekanand Global University after that. And he's currently working for entrepreneurship and innovation at Vivekanand Group of Institutions, which help students, innovators, and grassroots innovators to try and make their ideas successful. They provide lab access mentorship, help them in getting funds, and also incubate them. So the people or the students who will be joining this institute and are just looking for a startup and have an idea, you have to listen this full episode very deeply, sir. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Mrityunjay.
Yeah, sir. Sir, I will just start with the questions, sir. So my first question to you is, being the CEO of VGU, what is your philosophy of leadership? How you describe your leadership style, sir?
Mrityunjay, our philosophy of working in Vivekananda Global University is a participative leadership style kind of thing, where we take along all our stakeholders, be it our faculty members, staff members, be our regulatory bodies, be our students and parents. So there are various stakeholders, and everyone has his or her idea about what they want from an institute. Say, for example, the corporates want very good student. The parents want that the student should uh, be job ready or become an entrepreneur. The students want musty, not doesn't want much of classwork anymore. The regulatory bodies want the documentation work to be very perfect. So there are various aspects when you run institutions, and we work on a very participative kind of a leadership style, wherein we take along all these and try to achieve our vision and mission.
So the students can do masti as well as do studies simultaneously in Vivekananda University. So my next question to you, sir, is, the education system in India and the other foreign countries are structured very differently. So in your experience, what can be an inbound student gain from studying here in your university, sir?
Uh, See, Mrityunjay, of late the Indian education system is changing and going towards a Western world kind of education system. And with the new education policy around the corner, it's already been passed by the cabinet. Soon the parliament will also pass the act. We'll see that there will come a lot of flexibility. uh, there will be a lot of challenges also to explore. With this flexibility, there will be responsibility, and the competition I feel will be huge coming forward. With the pandemic coming, things are changing a lot. We are hearing every day in the news also that there is a issue of employment. So there's a lot of focus in the short time, maybe next 5 or 6 years, will be on entrepreneurship, job creation, employment, and these are the core aspects of a private education institutions. See, there is a difference between a government institution and the private institution. In the private institution, the both uh, the parent and the student want an outcome. And the outcome is a job or a placement, what salary package I am getting, how many jobs offer I have. So this is the core theme on which we work, that our students should be job ready. By job ready, we mean that when they go, they doesn't even have to be trained again. So that the corporate saves on the training part, and with the latest technologies which we teach in our curriculum, that makes a student completely job ready, and that give a benefit to them while they are applying for a job, be on campus drives or off campus drives. uh, and we have slowly mastered this art. And I'm very proud to say in the last 5 to 6 years, we have got the fruits of this, how we have mastered this art. Our students are not now only being placed in private multinational companies, but in PSUs and as well as civil services, which is for almost only we see that top institutes or from the government institutions, the students choose in civil services. But like this year also, our students break the IAS. So that way, the main aim and emphasis is on employability, I feel, is the main. But with a complete focus on life skills, emotional skills, and overall personality development. See, the personality development which various institutions focuses on is only for getting a job, but that is not life skills. In situation like this, where pandemic comes, how you control yourself, how patiently you behave with the society when you are not able to go out, you are not able to when watch movies, you are not able to converse with your friends. Physically, of course, digitally, all of us are doing. So these kind of qualities also need to be uh, given to the student fraternity, so that whole of their life goes peacefully. They are able to face challenges with a high spirit.
Means listening to you, sir, I can analyze that how much VGU is focusing on the skills and talents as supreme. Means you are talking about the on-campus and off-campus drive. So the learning the VGU is giving to the students is so much that it doesn't matter it is on campus or off campus, you will definitely excel in your life after coming into VGU. You were giving the example of 5 IAS from your university, means the skills you would have given to them to opt for it would be great. So great. So my next question to you is, what would you like people to know about university? Means they might not be knowing it. Are there anything?
Uh, See, of course, since now we are also 8 year old, so various people know about this industry. That one thing which I'd like to share, especially with the parents and even the students also, that uh, there are no shortcuts in the life. And same goes with at VGU. There is no shortcut you will be able to achieve. So you will have to attend all classes, all practicals, all whatever kind of trainings we are doing. Uh, Even of course at this time of pandemic situation, we have made it mandatory for all the students to attend the online classes, the virtual labs, the innovation challenges which we are doing. So this thing, of course, when a student comes out from a school and from the movies, his vision is that a college is only musty. So it's not only musty; it has a lot of hands-on practice with lot of musty. So there is a musty part also available. There is a fun part also available. There is a sports part also available. But the core thing, of course, end of the day is that you have to give your 100% to your academic output, and in that also 500% on the hands-on skills. So this is the main, I think, which distinguishes VGU from various other institutions in our locality as such or in other India. basically.
It means after listening, I can say that the students coming here, you just have to show your interest and your dedication, and rest just leave it on VGU. You will just excel in your life. Sir, my next question is: what do you think your role and responsibility to the university or to the students are?
See, my role and responsibility, of course, has changed after this pandemic a lot. Our initial role and responsibility was to give them more of an academic output and to make, as I was saying, to make them job ready or lifelong ready, which is called the life skills organization. But with this situation coming all of a sudden, the first day which I felt that my role is to make all my fraternity mentally fit. The fitness part has come a lot. So now, almost on weekly basis, we analyze that how our staff members, how our students are doing, whether they are mentally fit or whether they are facing any challenges. Or not. So the responsibilities have changed a lot. It's not only now giving an academic output, class delivery, sports kara liya, events kara liya, वो नहीं है. Now it has completely changed. That highest focus is on medical fitness, mental fitness, and yes, of course, we have to give the academic output. So my role is primarily that whatever investment any stakeholder has made, be it a fidelity, be it a regulatory body, as well, we are able to give them the maximum return. How we do, this is a team. And in the team, the student is a major part, the faculty is also a major part, the body is a part, parents also have a role and responsibility. We all work together. And we have to achieve the maximum ROI for each person. So it cannot be that the regulatory body gets the 100%, the student doesn't get anything, or the student gets the 100% and the parent doesn't get anything. So it has to be a very participative nature in that where we optimize and maximize the return of investment for each of the stake.
So the students who will be listening to you might be feeling that just they are just talking to their parents, because apart from studies and all, they just can feel that how care they will get after coming in VGU, and how they can excel after that. So my next question is: what suggestions you would you like to give to the aspiring youth or to the students who are just looking forward to your college, sir?
It's not only to my college. The basic suggestion which I would like to give to all the students is that primarily make your decision for this year at least that which college you are going to choose. Be it a IIT, be it a NIT, or be it a BGU. So you make a choice and join them. I know the situation is very different. You will not find the same kind of institution. You will not find the same kind of a culture and the field. But if you defer the decision, I feel the competition will be fierce. See, there will be two batches fighting for uh, one set of questions. So maybe the next year things will improve or may not improve. So the first thing should be they should make a decision, and if they get the right college which they are looking at, they should choose it. Second is they shouldn't worry or bother much about the current situation. This isn't a part-time or a one-time thing this has happened. The things will change, improve. We'll, as a country whole, uh, I think our future is secure and we are going in a very right direction. The current situation is an exceptional case. So they shouldn't worry much about that. If I only take online classes or like in various other universities, what has happened if they've been directly promoted, so what will happen to me? This all, I think we should leave it to the government and the regulatory bodies to take care. And we should do our primary job, this is academics, and make, giving our 100% to the current situation. So I think this is the message I should give.
So the last question for you is, sir, seeing on the present scenario, what are some of the biggest challenges you see, both for the higher education and for VGU specifically, sir?
The basic challenge, which I think for us, for both higher education as well as PG is uh, how soon we open the campus. So that is the biggest challenge, and after that, the second biggest challenge is uh, how safe we are, or the institutions are, and how can we make uh, the campuses ready for the new SOP, for the new normal, which we say. So these are the biggest challenges right now in very short term, if I say 1 year or 2 years. If we say 5 years down the line, the challenges, or 2 years down the line, the challenges is employability. So the situation has changed. The kind of jobs which people get will change. I think most of the industries have started working from home. You are working from home. We are working from home. So see, things are changing. Digitalization, and with this, the challenge comes in the higher education is that every student is not equal in the digitalization. A person might have an iPhone and the other person doesn't have a phone. So higher education is for us, the all the students are equal. So we have to make a balance, and how these bridge courses need to be run, how we can create that infrastructure for them, that those who doesn't have, they also are on the same page with those who are well versed with this technology or digitalization. So that is another challenge after employment. Third challenge, which I feel, is the implementation of new education policy. See, a lot of things are being told to the students, to the parents, to the faculty members, to us. But how will it be implemented? What will be the rules and regulations? And what effect the persons or the students who are joining now, this year or the next year, will have? Because after next year, it will be clear what will be there. These two, already this batch having a issue of pandemic, they are not knowing what will happen, and suddenly the new education policy has also come. So there will be a drastic changes. So these are the basic challenges, and I think VG also fits this. The another challenge which VG specifically, I'll say that we are focusing a lot on entrepreneurship, innovation, and culture now. And I think this challenge, of course, pandemic has given a boost to it, because there are now, we are also working on a lot of technologies, the business, travel, project and all, and the other institutions or the students are there. But how to sustain that? Uh, to the economy going down in the shorter term, how we are able to sustain, as we or our students are able, who are launching their startups, are able to sustain. That needs to be taken. So I think these are the challenges.
So, sir, it was a very healthy and nice interaction with you, sir. And the students who will be watching will be just feeling very calm and cool after listening to you, because they might be in very much panic due to such a scenario. So just the need of the hour is to just cool down, just take the decisions very clearly, and just don't forget to give your dedication towards your studies. Keep calm and just rest. You can keep just leave on VGU. You have to just join VGU. So I'm just joining VGU, sir, now.
Absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank you
much.
so much, sir, for your healthy interaction, sir. Thank you for your valuable time, sir.